Good afternoon, good evening, good day, everybody. Who's your stacker here coming at you live for a stackers gathering. We will get the show started here in just a few minutes. And I don't know if anyone else is out here yet, but just want to give everyone a heads up that if you look down below on my screen, I did exceed 100 subscribers in the last few days. So I was officially notified by YouTube yesterday that I am over 100 subscribers. So that's definitely a milestone for me. Even though it's a small step to 1,000, it's still a step nonetheless. So yeah, I got coming out of that. I'll have some details on that here in very soon, in a couple of days, but just want to put that out there as well. All right, everyone. Showtime. Talk to you on the other side here. Good evening, everybody. Hoosier Stacker coming at you here from Southern Indiana. Welcome to a Stackers Gathering. Plumber Stacker, I am actually running a little late here. I just sent you an email with the link for you to dial in if you're available to do so. Savage Stacker, good evening. How are you? Chucky D, good to see you. How are you? My wife is the Hoosier. She's from Avon. Hey, Chuck, I actually am born and raised Hoosier, and I'm quite familiar with the Avon, Central Indiana area. Been through there many, many times. I'm actually in Southern Indiana. I'm actually a transplant. Moved down here to Jeffersonville, which is right across the river from Louisville, Kentucky, a few years ago. But I'm actually a transplant, but born and raised a Hoosier. Good to see everyone here. Let me make sure everything's good to go on Plumber getting dialed in here. Yeah, I'm actually, for all who don't know, I actually am a night shifter, and I must have slept through my alarm or something. I just woke up like 15 minutes ago, so I'm just now getting things lined up, ready to go for the show here. Oh, it's all good. So how's everyone doing this evening? Hey, in case you didn't see it, and I saw on this morning the video from Yankee Stacking. Talking about the gold backs, and I all of a sudden have a fond liking of the gold backs. I had no idea that they what the intent of the gold backs were until I saw his video this morning. So I am now quite interested in those bright shinies. So I gotta do some serious research on that, because going by what I saw on their website. Hey, it's all good. Good evening. So going by what I saw on their website, the intent of the gold back is to allow a easier facilitation of use of gold to settle transactions. That's their intent. And if that's what their intent is, I'm all down for that. And which is a very good thing, obviously, for us as stackers and preppers. I mean, yeah, they're collectible, but it sort of puts them in the same boat as a constitutional silver. And you have the fractionalness of, I guess fractionalness is that a word? I don't know, but you have the fractionalness of the currency, or of the gold backs, so you can acquire small amounts of gold backs and actually be able to make transactions with it. Now, of course, that's gotta be something that the seller and buyer has to agree upon, but it's definitely a start in the right direction. Should the use of gold backs in the future, could it replace our fiat? Don't know, but it's definitely something to discuss. Does anyone out here collect gold backs or have gold backs to share, or that they have acquired in the past? And also, while we're waiting here, I am going to place the actual link of Melon, our video conferencing software. I'm actually going to place the link of the link for the shows conferencing into the chat, and I'm actually going to pin it. So if there's anyone interested in dialing in to say, hey, the phone line is open. Now, good to see that. Chuck, I see you don't have none of this time. All right. And Savage, what do you have? Do you have like a 1 to 5, 10, 15, or not 15, 20 to 25, 50, or what version, what level of denomination do you have? I've been seeing, now that I think about it, I've been seeing a lot more in the giveaways here lately here too. I think, oh, I can't remember. I just saw it on the chat this morning with the Yankees show that a lot of people are doing gold backs now as a giveaway, which is really cool because they're not too overly expensive. Oh, that's cool, Savage. So you got $1. Yeah, about a year ago. So they actually, I guess just yesterday. Yeah, just yesterday they just released the New Hampshire version. Of course, you know, we all know that Yankee's from New Hampshire, so he is all over it. But the interview that he had with the designer of the gold back for New Hampshire was what's very informative. Hello, Fish. How are you today? Good evening, sir. So, yeah, that was a really interesting interview that he had, and you know how they and then also afterwards I actually remoted into or accessed their website and saw how they actually produced the gold backs. That was quite interesting. All right, so yeah, so was this a New Hampshire one? Oh, well, see, New Hampshire just came out yesterday. So what state do you have, Savage? Was it Utah or Nevada? Because like I said, New Hampshire just came out yesterday. Yeah, go backs are those $1 ones are $8.49. Yeah, that's I haven't actually done the conversion to see how much like gold is in a gold back, a $1 gold back, but I don't. Yeah, the premiums are pretty high from what I can gather here. I haven't actually sat down and did the conversion yet, but I read that the premiums on these gold backs go anywhere from 2.5 to 3 times the spot. So it might be a little pricey to start with, but you know, if it does become a more common practice of exchange, that'll be interesting to see how that works out. 1,000, okay. $1,000. So, I don't feel like doing my math today to see, but it'd be interesting to see if you know how much that would be in how much that would, you know, how much the spot basically for a gold back is, and then compare it to its premium. So I bet it's probably not the most practical way of collecting right now, especially with the premiums, like everything else going on. Yeah, 4 times roughly inefficient. Yeah, that's why I figured. I thought I read somewhere 2.5 to 3 times the premium. So yeah, it's definitely 5 times. Wow. So it's definitely something that could use some improvement in premium. Yeah, they are quite beautiful designs, Savage. Very much so. And hello, Silver Prepping Grandma. How are you today, ma'am? I hope everything's doing well with you. Golden Spike Stackers, good evening. How are you guys doing? So, while I'm getting things ready here, I want to, in case y'all didn't see the news, I have finally locked in 100 subscribers. And as such, I actually am doing a giveaway. I want to show you guys what I am going to give away this as a 100 sub giveaway prizes here. I need to sit down. I'm going to get with Silver Steeler and talking bullying about this because with the prizes I want to give, I actually want to give out multiple prizes, but I want to do it in a order of lowest to greatest value. So I think what I'm going to do, like a Wheel of Dreams type of prize. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the wheel, and I'm going to have how many coins do I have here? 1, 2, 3. I got 8 coins here, and I think I'm going to do a runners up type of game to where the last 8 people on the wheel that get picked, they go from the smallest to the largest value of the coin. So, but let me show you what I'm going to do in the giveaway here, and I think I'm going to do this probably this coming Sunday for the 4:55 show before Salivate Mail's show is coming Sunday. So I will probably put a video out here in the next day or two to announce the actual day or time and giveaway show. So I'll probably just incorporate the giveaway as part of the 6 or 5 p.m. It's a show for a stackers gathering. So so I'm going to have that as part of the show this coming Sunday. But I am going to put a different video out before then to make the official announcement. Hey, Plumber, how are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. How you doing?
How's it sound?
Just doing good. How you sound? How you doing this morning? This morning, I just woke up.
So. Morning.
It's morning for me.
I'm doing good.
Yeah, I actually set my alarm for about an hour ago, and I slept right through it.
Nice.
I'm a night shifter. What can you say?
So you must have needed some extra sleep.
Yeah. So I woke up. I had a second alarm set up, and I'm like, "Hey, I gotta get downstairs."
We're a little behind today.
I didn't hear you. Do what?
So we're running a little behind today.
I mean, we launched on time. It's just I had to hurry up and put everything together.
Oh, I got you. I got my new microphone and headphones in. So how's that? Does it sound better than before?
Still sounds like you're using your webcam mic, but it doesn't sound like the mic's right there in front of you.
Does it sound clear or like I'm far away or what?
It sounds like you're far away. You might bring the mic in a little closer to you.
Like this?
Yeah, try that again.
How's that sound? Does it sound better?
Yeah, it sounds a lot better. You had a little bit of an echoey to the sound. You could tell that you were stepped away from the mic, and that's what the Yankee suggested. He'd typically be 5 to 6 inches away from the mic. That's where my mic's at.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get one of those stands then. I'm not gonna lean over and talk into the mic the whole time.
No. Grab yourself a cheap boom mic or boom for your mic, and you'll be golden. All right, so we're prepping. Grandma, have a good evening. Thanks for stopping by. Do appreciate it. So let me just show everyone here. I didn't know you saw the news, but I did hit that 100, and I'm holding over 100 now. And I'm going to do a giveaway. And I'm going to start. I'm not going to do it today. This is just a little preview of what I'm going to give away. And I'm going to get with Silver Steel or Talking Bullion to rank the lowest to highest, most value of the coins, because I want to do a Wheel of Dreams spinoff, and then the top 8 contender, the 8 remaining contenders on the wheel will start getting these coins. So, but anyway, it's a 40 picked up. Say part of this is going to be a 48 Rosie, 41 Merc. Let's see. A 53 Washington. A 1915 Barber Quarter.
All right, Savage Sacker, you have a good one.
Good night, Savage. Thank you for stopping by.
Does anybody hear any static or anything? Because I'm hearing a lot. Maybe it's just my stuff.
I'm not hearing static. I'm hearing music in the background. Let me turn that off for a second. Maybe it's not coming through loud enough. Let's see. Let's see if that makes a difference. And then
that made it worse on my end.
What, turn off the music?
Like the static.
No, it must be your end, because I'm not seeing anything going out on my end except for my microphone. All right. Let's see. I have here. It's hard to tell exactly what this is. I got to zoom in on this guy because I'm still having a hard time seeing what the year is on this guy. It looks like a 1929. Or 1920? I don't know. Anyway, this is part of the gall. It's a 1920 something Standing Liberty. We'll just go with that. 1920 something. Hey all, if you haven't noticed, I have the actual video conferencing Melon application link available at the top of the chat window. If anyone else is interested to dial in and say hey to everyone, the link is at the top of the chat box here. And then, so that's the dimes and the quarters I'm giving away. And then finally, I am giving away now. 1945 Walker. Pretty good shape. So I'm doing the 45 Walker. And then 61 Benji. And it's hard to tell on the camera here, but that guy actually has a little bit of toning going on. So 61 Benji. I'm actually favoring the Benjis more than of the $half. I'm actually favoring the Benjis more than the rest of them because I don't know, it just looks good. And then finally, 64 Candy, which is in really good shape. So that's what I'm doing for my giveaway, Plumber. What do you think? So that's it. That's going to be my, and I think that's going to be my giveaway. And I think I'm actually going to do this. Well, in fact, you know what? I am going to do it. There's no more thinking. I'm going to do this on Sunday's show. It's going to be part of the Sunday maybe at the end of the show on Sunday afternoon. And I'm actually thinking about going back to the coin shop and getting one more thing, but we'll see. It's only 100 subscribers, but still 100. It's still a step nonetheless. So what goodies have you got in the last few days, Plumber?
I'm messing around with my audio here, so I haven't been hearing much.
No, the audio sounds pretty good now. Like, as long as you keep that mic within, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches, it sounds good.
I gotcha. What'd you say? What did I pick up recently?
Yeah, what do you get?
I got all kinds of stuff. You know me. I loaded up for the auction this week, so
you got enough to share?
I do, absolutely. Give me a second. Let me go grab it.
Okay. Thanks, Chuck D. I appreciate the thanks for the congrats on the 100 subs. Yep. And, you know, and I realize that 100 subscribers isn't a whole lot. I understand that, but I know I was having a heck of a time getting there, and it's just what YouTube does. They throw you get new subscribers, and then YouTube comes through and takes some away from you. You get a few more subscribers, and then YouTube comes back through and gives you and takes some away. Now they weren't taking them away in regards to turning off the subscription, but for some reason their numbers, the way the numbers were collected and reported through YouTube was wonky. That's the best way to put it. So I think I finally, and what's funny about that is I was up to 115 this morning, and I'm now back down to 108, and that is exactly why I was hoping to do the goal once I had reached at least 115. So if YouTube decided to take any more away, I would still stay over 100, which was a good idea, because that's basically that's exactly what happened this morning. I had 115, and I'm down to 108. So
yeah, that's how I've been too, up and down. It's kind of annoying, really, because you think you're getting up. Like, I've been trying to get over 500, and it's just not happening.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, once you get into some pretty good numbers, you don't pay nearly as much attention, right? But it's just the idea when you're starting out. It's it's disheartening to some extent. But I just know you just stay slow and steady.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I've been I was in the 480s before, and then now I'm back down to 467 or something last time I checked.
Yeah. Hey, it's all good. The $4.20 at Hero Bullion, is that for that $1 gold back? So I'm actually thinking about picking up some of those, but they don't seem like they would be too overly expensive.
Oh, the Goldbacks?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I cannot get rid of that static on my end. It's really driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely. I can't hear it here, and no one else in the dialed in are complaining about it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's on my end because I just got the microphone and headset hooked up, and I didn't really run any tests on it, so I'm not really sure what's going on.
I see a Morgan 1890S.
Oh yeah, I like it. It's nice and toned.
Oh yeah, it is, isn't it?
Crazy toning. I went to my LCS today and not today, but the other day, and got a bunch of these, and I've spent an incredible amount of money with this guy in the past few months, and told him what I'm doing with everything. I'm just reselling most of it, and I'm not interested in making a huge profit, or I really care less about the profit off the coins in general. But he wouldn't give me a break on he gave me like $10 off. So then I put
that doesn't sound like very much.
Yeah, I put half the stuff back. I'm like, you know what? I don't need these. I just grabbed the Morgans and a few other things, and I said I'll find somewhere else to buy everything.
Yeah.
I just thought that, it's just when you know that somebody's doing auctions online, that he's gonna burn, I'm gonna burn through some coins regardless. Like I said, I'm not really interested in making an enormous profit by any means. I pretty much lose money every week, but I think that's 1879.
Looks like it.
But when you go in there and you keep spending money, you would think that they'd want to treat you right, but
well, I mean, that's part of the networking, is to establish that relationship in the hopes that it would become beneficial to you in the future.
Yeah, well, that's what I've been trying to do, and like I said, I've probably spent. I mean, I don't like talking dollars over the, but
no,
I spent quite a bit. So, and again, I sell them all. It's not like I'm keeping everything, and I told him that. And last time I went in there, he even gave me something to give away. But this time it was like he didn't even know who I was. I'm like, all right, well, if that's how I'm going to be treated, then I don't really care to do business with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-way street. I mean, you're wanting to establish that relationship, but they should be doing the same thing in reciprocal. So, hello, Corey. How are you today? Great to see you. So,
but he always has really good Morgans. That's why I'll keep going back for those, but that's about it.
Yeah, my LCS has some pretty decent priced Morgans now. I'm not into the collectability of things, obviously, and that. But he does have plenty of flipped coins, but you're paying more for them. But he also has a tub of just other coins that he just throws in there, and that's the coins that I grab. They're a whole lot more affordable. Yeah, sure he has the collectible versions and slabs of coins and stuff, but I'm just not into that type of stuff. I'm into the weight.
Does he have a website?
Kentuckiana. What is it? You know what? I got his card right here. I'll just throw it out here.
If you want to email that to me, maybe I could. I'll work with anybody. Like I do a lot of business with Coin Crew, but it's kind of hard for me to do business with them because they do auctions as well, and I don't want to double up on the same things, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, his name's Jim Payne. It's Kentuckiana Coin and Jewelry. And the website there in the lower left-hand corner, kycandj.com. And last time I was in there, he keeps a very good rolling supply of stuff, and he's an adamant collector as well as a business owner. So definitely into the collectability hobby side of things there.
Yeah.
That's who I usually go to.
Well, I figured, you know, if I went there and explained to them what I was doing and spent money like you're supposed to and be respectful of all their stuff, and it's just, I don't like being treated like I'm in there for the first time every time I go in there, you know. And he knows that I spend money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's not like I'm bringing a credit card in there either, you know.
Right.
It's something that I'm a business guy myself, so I understand. You know, there's certain people that you just want to pay attention to and make sure that they're always taken care of. But that was just, to me, it was just very off-putting. Like I didn't even feel like I was welcome in the place. You know.
Well, maybe he's just having a bad day, but that shouldn't be reflected.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna be a baby about it. You know, if he's got stuff that I need, I'll go buy it. But I'm not like I would go in there and buy my whole auction a couple times. That's a good amount of money.
He's not the only fish in the sea either. So
yeah. So I mean, whatever.
I mean,
it is what it is. I'm not.
You probably have a lot more LCSs than I do around here. So.
Oh yeah, I do for sure.
I mean, I live on this side of the river.
Yeah, there's he's actually one of the better stocked ones, I would say. But I've been finding, you know, there's a lot of avenues to get decent prices on all kinds of silver, collectible, you know, stackable, constitutional. So I just don't like having to ship everything. You know, I want to be able to go pick it up, put it in my hands. Relying on the post office, you don't know what's going to happen. I've had very good luck lately with the post office, thankfully, but that could change.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, it comes and goes, right? I mean, some days you can go into your LCS and they're the greatest people to work with, but then other days they just no, not so much. So yeah, you know, it just depends on the time of the day. It seems like too.
Yeah.
If you go in first thing in the morning, I think they're still waking up. So I usually wait and go in the afternoon. Sometimes that makes a difference.
I mean, there's another LCS. He's just like, I mean, he's almost an hour away from me, and they don't kill you. You know, like even the guy that I went to, he's I was like, okay, well, how much if I buy a tube of Eagles? Oh, and he turns around, he looks at spot price. I'm like, come on, man, really? Like he's like, oh, $38. I'm like, all right, no thanks.
Oh man.
Like because I had some extra cash to add to my stack this week, so I was gonna buy some. I wasn't gonna buy the whole tube, but I just wanted a general idea of what he's gonna charge, and he's whacking me on the head. You know, it's like, get out of here, man. Like I was on Instagram. I think I bought 10 Eagles at $32, or I bought 5 at 34 and then 5 at 32. So that was a good deal, I thought.
32 right now. What's the spot right now? About 26. So, what is that, like 12% premium?
Yeah, I mean, even if you can get Eagles right now in the 32 to $34 range, I think you're doing good. And I'm not talking like 2020 and 2021 hot off the press Eagles, but yeah. You know. Yeah, 32 I thought was a great deal, so I scooped those up real quick, and then I got the other 5 for 34, which still that's not a bad deal compared to what's going around. I mean, I've seen them for somebody selling 2021 for $45 plus shipping.
Ouch.
Wow.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
If I'm going to spend $45, I'm going to get myself a 2020 Libertad because they're still way up there right now.
Yeah. Well, even those are going for like $50 now.
Man.
Yeah. I'm glad I bought them when I did. Like when I first, actually like the first couple of months when I started stacking, I pre-ordered 10 of them. It took forever to get them, but that price was locked in. So I got them at a pretty decent price. And now I look at them, they're going for like $50. And that's not even proof. Like the proof ones, I got a few of those. Like, unbelievable, man. I mean, I looked at Atmex. They got 2020 proof lever tabs for I think it's $230 for a 1 ounce.
Yeah, I'm waiting for, as I always say, I'm waiting for the new car smell to fade away on the Libertads because I still want to pick up a tube of the 2020 Libertads to complete my 2020 collection from last year.
Good luck with that.
I know. I'm still waiting for that new car smell to fade away first. So, but we'll see. I may have to eat that one if I want that bad. I may have to eat that one just to wrap up my my stack collection from last year. Hey, Navarro, how are you? Good to see you. And hey, it's all good. I saw where you said it really depends on when the LCS's rent is due on their attitude.
Yeah, right. That makes a lot of sense too.
And $32 is a killer. So sounds like Golden Spike thinks you got a really good deal. I know when I picked up my my Morgans, my piece, they were about the same price as a Eagle, which I thought was surprising. I figured they'd be a little bit more, not as expensive, but when they charged me what they did for the Morgans in the piece the last time around, I'm like, seems a little high, but all right, that's fine. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you just have to do that just to have that relationship. But but I'm not going to go across the river and pay $126 in sales tax either.
Well, that's the thing. Like the first couple times I went in there, he did give me a little bit of money off, and he was fair with me, and I'm good with that. But I've been in there 5-6 times, and I've spent 70% of my auction budget in there, and that's not a small amount of money for somebody to come in every single week and spend that kind of money for them. That's got to be a little different, I would think. But and then they just treat me like I'm just a schmo off the street, and that just really put me off, and I'm not interested in doing business with them anymore unless I go the next time I go in there, I'll have one final talk with them, but that's about it. I'm done with that. If you're going to look at spot price every time that I come in to buy something, like I understand on certain things you need spot price if it's close to spot pricing, but when you have such a premium on things, there's room. And if they're not going to budge any on that room, then I just don't need to do business with them. Golden Spikes, I almost think that I wouldn't do that trade unless you have extra Libertads to let go. Because I'm a Geiger fanatic myself, and the premiums on those are huge. But man, those 2020 Libertads, those are like gold right now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Corey, he picked up a 2000 for $35, which is a pretty good deal, I think. But it's not the 2020. The 2020, I think the premium for the 2020s is just going to stay high because the fact they were minted with a limited number at the last minute, and of course 2020 being 2020, there's going to be some lack of a better word, sentimental value of 2020. So there's going to be, I think the 2020 coinage in general, but in particular the Libertads, they're going to. I have a feeling they're going to stay more of a collectible than an actual stacker type of coin.
Yeah. So now it makes more sense, Golden Spike. So if you're on the Geiger kick, I get it. Like, I get on that kick too, man. I love those things.
So I don't understand why they're so special. I mean, they're just not a piece of metal.
Oh man, you just says you're strictly a stacker, so you don't understand.
I just don't understand you crazy collectible people.
I know.
No, now
But I get it
that,
now,
that being
Gordon.
said, those gold backs though, that's really got my attention.
See, what's the premium on those things? Like I'm a Geiger fan. Like I got off the non-assay Geigers though. You know, like I used to just buy a Geiger because it's a Geiger, but now I don't want them really unless they're in the assay. And I've been looking at like the next size up. I think the biggest one I have is a 20 gram now. And I just don't know if I want to go any higher than that. Those things are crazy with the premiums. I got the 1 gram Geiger, which I can't find at the moment. The 1 gram gold Geiger. And this thing was ridiculous. But again, it's gold. I get it. And then it's got the Geiger premium on top of that. So
Paying for the name.
yeah. I mean, I sold one at my auction, a gold Geiger gram. It didn't do as well as I thought it would do, but you know, whatever. It's you got to have the right people in the room to sell certain things, and I was just itching to really put it up to see what it would do. So, I mean, I didn't lose money on that one, but I didn't make anything, which, again, that doesn't bother me. It just being open and, you know, talking about it. Because you don't really make, unless you're one of the big channels, you don't really make money off auctions. You got a 20 and a 250. Oh my God, Corey. All right, you want to trade for the 50? I'm sure I got something you want. You got 2 of them. You can let one of them go.
Sure.
All right, it's all good. You have a safe flight.
Yep. Be safe out there. It's all good. We'll talk to you next time.
You got 2 1 gram Geigers, 5 gram, and a 20 gram. And then the trade for the 1. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Because like my Libertads, they're not going nowhere. They're in the deep stack and they're staying there. Yeah, the only way I think I'm gonna get a 50 grammer, Corey, is if I trade. I'm not gonna. I don't think I want to. I know it's the same. You know, you're still giving money out, but to me, dishing out the actual cash for the 50 gram, I just haven't been able to bring myself to do it. That and my collectible stack is so fluid right now because of the auctions that I do every Saturday. There you go. I got 10 of them in the deep stack, and they'll be there forever, golden. I just recently started buying some of the different years. If anybody's got a 1998 or 1998 they want to sell or trade, I'm down for that. Libertad. You paid 110 for 250 grams? Wow. You should have called me. I would get on that deal too. The 1 ounce go for 50. Yeah, if anybody wants to call in and talk about anything, I'm sorry, Hoosier. I'm hogging the mic here.
As you're eating it, but it sounds good now. Eat that.
Does it sound better?
Yeah, actually it does.
I'm trying to like lean right next to it. I don't know if I'm loud or short or what.
Your voice is more deep now, which is it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound so echoey.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yep, the phone line's open. Well, the video line, I guess, is open if anyone wants to dial in. And
yeah, for sure.
You guys want to talk smack about those Geigers? Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm serious though, Corey. If you want to let go of one of those 50s, I'll make a trade. See, it's 101 gram Geigers. That's a good deal. Where's this Geiger guy at, Corey? I want in on this.
You can go rain on his parade and buy up all of the Geigers.
Yeah.
They have to make a road trip just to go get some Geigers.
Arizona, huh? I'll pay for shipping. I don't care. At that price, you can't beat it. You can pay shipping 5 times and still be coming out ahead. Is it an LCS or just a guy that's getting rid of them? Corey? So what are you going to... start collecting, Hoosier? Have you got your eye on anything yet?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you got something, huh?
I-
So you want me to break out my stash, but you aren't breaking out yours?
No, I don't have anything.
I see how it is. You must have a video lurking.
Not me.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the prize I won last on Silver Pro. I still don't know what it is. It's not here yet. That would be a collectible, I think. But of course, I don't know what it is either. So it may just be a gold eagle or something, or not gold. I wish it was gold, silver eagle. No, I'm you know me. I'm a stacker. I'm actually going to look into I'm thinking about doing some of these gold backs. That's what I'm thinking about doing. Yeah, the premium's going to be up there, but
So why are you interested in what interests you in stacking those versus like a collectible silver coin or something?
Well, if you watched that video from Yankee yesterday, he had an interview with the designer, and then they had a reference. They had the link to goldback.com. So I went there and looked at the site, and their vision, and this is sort of what got me hooked on them. Their vision is basically the use of the go back to facilitate a transaction of a trade, a settlement of a trade, or for goods and services. It was not the intent of the go back is not to stack, even though you can easily stack, and even though they are collectible. But the vision that they have is the use of gold backs as a form of tender, not legal, obviously, but the portability of having the gold backs for one, and because they are basically fractional gold, you can use it to settle small transactions. So if that's their vision, I'm putting the gold backs into the same category as, say, constitutional silver.
Yeah, but isn't the premium a little juiced up on those gold backs, or are you just anticipating?
They are. They're about 5 times over spot from what I can tell. So, but if you're buying it, like for example, it's all good. He said that the Hero Bullion has the one gold back for $4. Now, again, what the actual silver content is, it's 1/1000th of a gram or of an ounce. So if you do the math, you're definitely paying a lot in premium for those things. So, but if they start taking off, I mean, it's only so far. It's only 3 states that have them. Nevada, Utah, and now New Hampshire. New Hampshire's just came out yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I should say. And that's why Yankee had his. Did a video about it, because they just released the New Hampshire version 2 days ago. So I think as they start becoming more circulatory and as they become more common collectible, they might start coming down their prices. Now, are they going to come down to where I see gold right now in the premiums on even a 1 ounce or a 1 gram? Probably not. Because at 1 gram of gold, its premium last I checked was like 15% over spot, something like that, for a 1 gram, and then a 1 ouncer was about 7 or 8% over spot. So they definitely have some work in front of them to bring those gold back prices down. But I think once they start becoming more common practice, they're going to common method of collecting, and even if they start becoming a form of to settle a transaction, they might start coming down in prices. We'll see.
Well, I mean, I would play the devil's advocate on that one, because if more people want them, that's when the premium would go up.
You would think so.
Right now, there aren't a lot of people interested in them. You could probably get them at a pretty decent price compared to what they would go for, say a year from now, once a couple other states get into that or something.
Yeah, but then I think about the manufacturing aspect of things, and the more you make, and less expensive it becomes to make.
Yeah.
So they might be able to pass those savings off to the customer at the same time. So
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, I could see that. It's just I don't know. To me, it's like if you're gonna get in on them, you should get in on them right now, because if they become popular, which they probably will because they have gold in them,
Mm-hmm.
now would be the time to start grabbing them and stashing them away, and you never know, you could hit the jackpot and the premiums can go through the roof, or they could be a dud.
Well,
They still got the gold in it, though,
right.
so.
They still have gold in them, so you can always mail it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Corey, I agree with you a bit. I think if they do kick off, yeah, you're right, Plumber. It's going to be buy them now while you can before the demand starts going up.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Golden spikes. Are you so your base stack you're saying is all ASEs? Are you still stacking them at this price right now, or is that why you switched over to the Philharmonics? Because I did start buying the harmonics recently. Not a lot of them, but because the premiums weren't bad at all. When the Eagles were about 38, the harmonics, I found them around $32, $33 a piece. And I think that's where I'm more for my stack. I'm more of a budget buyer as of recently anyway. So I'm like, my collectability stack is pretty fluid. Like there's some things that I'll never touch because I really enjoy them, like the proof eagles from each year I want to collect every year. Those I'll never go through, but some things that I think I buy them because the collectability aspect of them, but then I have them for a week or two and it's almost like I'm done with it, on to the next thing. So I'm kind of glad that I do auctions, because otherwise, I think my collectible stack would just be enormous, and I wouldn't know what to do with half the stuff.
Looks like a Golden Spikes LCS won't touch the gold backs.
Yeah. And that's kind of where, I don't know. I guess it's a wait and see what happens on it. So It's got gold in it, so it can't be a horrible investment, but yeah, that's I've really been beefing up my constitutional Benjis, actually.
I like
For the most part.
I like the Benjis. I think I think they have, to me, they have more value than the Kennedys because it was Benjamin Franklin. And then the reason why they stopped minting the Benjis was because of Kennedy's assassination. And what's her name? Mrs. Kennedy, I guess. She went to the chairman of the mint at that time and basically said, "You will do this. You will mint Kennedy as the next $50."
Really?
Yeah. She basically went there and told him that you will do this because Kennedy had just been assassinated, probably within just a few weeks before this.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, and she went to them and said, "You will do this," and so they had to make a decision what to drop, and so they dropped the Franklin, and they dropped the Benji for Kennedy. So, and I got a problem with that because Benjamin Franklin was so fundamental to this country, and then they drop him because of an assassination. Which, if that's the case, then Mrs. Lincoln should have went to someone and told them to, well, say he got the one penny. So it's just the idea that political influence drove someone to make a change and got rid of the Benji for Candy. And I guess for me, that's just, I don't know. If you think about the history and you think about the contributions that Benjamin Franklin gave to this country, at least he's still on the $100 bill.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the Kennedy half dollars, to be honest with you. I would. I prefer the Benjis.
Yeah, I like the. You know, what's funny is I didn't realize Benjis even existed until this past year when I started looking at Constitutional. I had no idea they even existed, but then I read the history. I read the history of how the Benjis came to be and how they went to the grave and how they got minimized by Mrs. Kennedy. That source that stuck. That was like a slap in the face, in my opinion. But oh well, I wasn't around at the time. Kennedy was a great man. Everyone says that. So Golden Spikey says they're just not worth it, huh? You won't touch them. So I wonder if it's more the fact that they're not worth it from a profit. I bet it's more not worth it from a profit aspect because of the fact they are so expensive in the premiums. There's probably not a whole lot of spread between how much he's paying for it compared to how much he can sell them for. I bet that's definitely a factor. Selling point of view. Yep. I think you're right, Golden Spikes. I think that is. I mean, obviously he's a businessman, right? So, you know, he's got to think about the bottom line. But yeah, maybe as I said earlier, maybe as they become more common, maybe they'll start coming down in price, especially once they start ramping up their production costs or ramping up any production. Maybe the cost will come down. But again, you know, you do have that limitation of gold spot price, so we'll see.
Yeah. So when's you gonna buy your first gold back?
I think I might run down to my LCS this week and see if he's got any. Otherwise, I think I can go through Hero Bullion. I was looking at their site after the Gold Back site this morning, and like I say, it's all good mention that they have the $1 or the one Gold Back for $4 and change. So I might grab a few of those. Maybe grab 10 or 15 of those just to have them.
Yeah,
and then go from there.
So he's getting his ASEs for $35, $36. So I guess that's all right. You know, that's not too bad compared to what the premiums actually are. You can get them up to upwards of $40, you know. How's the mic sound, Hoosier?
It sounds good.
Okay.
Not bad.
I'm playing with it as we're going through.
Yeah, I heard you scratch it a couple of times, so I knew you were playing with it. You shouldn't play with your toys in public.
I'm turning into a tech geek like you, man.
No, don't do that.
Oh God, no!
Don't go down that rabbit hole.
Are we stuck on Melon now?
Yeah, we're gonna use it Melon. It's much more simpler to use, and as people, and I went ahead and purchased the Pro version, which allows us to have up to 6 people dial in. So me plus 5, which I think is more than enough people to join the party if they're interested.
Yeah, I agree. Golden Spikes, $40. Get out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to help out, but at the same, by helping out your LCSs and stuff, but at the same time, you got to think about your own wallet too. So.
Oh yeah.
And where's that fine line? That's the question. Where's the fine line?
Exactly. It's like you really got to treat your stack as a business, because if you're overpaying, you're not going to last. It's not like you're not going to last, but you could get more for your money somewhere else.
This coming from someone who keeps losing out on his auctions.
Well, every business is an investment.
Yep, there's always risk and gains and rewards, right?
Yep. I'm not after, making money out of my auctions. It's it's more of the YouTube aspect, you know, getting that 1,000 subscribers and
getting that community.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a business owner, so I treat YouTube the most of it as a business, other than, you know, like the conversations that we have now and when we talk to the chat and how you meet friends. Like that's different from the actual business end of having a channel and trying to promote your channel. And so to me, it takes money to make money. So I don't want the people's money like that come to my auctions. Yeah, it's nice when I make a little bit here and there because that kind of covers the losses on other things. It'll be probably a good two years before I see any type of actual profit from YouTube, because even once I do hit that 1,000 and the 4,000 hours, then I have all the money that I put into it, you know, up until then, like the microphones and the headphones and sponsoring other channels, and, you know, just it costs a lot of money if you try to go after it, you know, the way I am. So, but whenever I do something, I do it 100%. You know, I'm not gonna let anything really hold me back. So it's just the way
you just have to baby step it, you know, slow and steady, as I always say. Slow and steady wins.
Yeah. I can't do that. I'm an instant gratification guy.
Instant gratification.
It's hard to pull myself back, and I do sometimes, but
I want it yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, that's how I treat my business though. Like, I could play the waiting game and slow growth, and I do in certain aspects, but there's a way to like jumpstart, which you take a loss in the beginning, but in the back end, it's fruitful. So
it sounds like that might be what the philosophy is that you're trying to do here. You're putting all this investment. I don't want to call it investment, but you're putting all this into the starting of your channel and what you do and your network and your friends and just establish that network in general in the hopes that it will pay for itself in the long run. But
yeah,
at the same time, you know, you're in it for, I guess you want to say, a hobby as well as something enjoyable. You don't want to make it into a work thing to where you start regretting doing it. You know, I don't ever want to get into that world where I gotta do another. No, I don't want to do that. I hope I never have to. I hope I do this to enjoy it. Like the tech stuff, I come down here and it drives me crazy sometimes, but I enjoy doing it down here a lot more than I do at work.
Oh, I totally get it. Like, there are two different, like, as far as your channel goes, like when I'm at auctions and stuff, it was to me more like just, well, I need to get up my collectible stack. So I'm going to these auctions and I'm buying these things, and eventually I'm going to auction them off again. I didn't know I was going to lose as much money as I did on the coins that I bought at the auctions, but again, that's where you make your connections. And that was like the byproduct of me first getting started was, I mean, I talk to so many people in the chats now, and it's incredible. Like the amount of knowledge that you share, like, you know, the common goals and just common interests. Obviously we're all here for, you know, metals, but there's a lot of really cool things that go on in the chats that's like beyond the channel and beyond all that. Like you and I, like we speak outside of YouTube all the time. So that's a great relationship that we started. And you know, and I'm sure you have a couple others and I have others as well.
Yep.
You know, you see people in the chat and you just keep talking and then you feel like you know them even though you never met them.
Right.
But you still feel like you have that connection, you know, that friendship connection. It's just really cool.
And speaking of friendship connection and camaraderie, it's time to go.
Oh yeah, God, we blew through this one, huh?
Yeah, we did. It's always fun. It's always fun, but at the same time, it's like Yankees on. We gotta get out of here.
Oh, it's Yankee this time. Oh, that's right. It's Thursday.
Yeah. So Silver Creek Prospecting. I saw you pop in the last second. Thanks for stopping by. But we're gonna have to kick you out to the curb everyone else so we can get on to Yankee Live. Let's go raid Yankee Live, everybody.
Yeah, throw some Hoosiers up and some wrenches up in Yankees chat. Let us know. All 7 of you. Let them know we sent you.
Yep. Slow and steady, 7 wins a race.
That's right.
All right, but Plumber, we will
All
talk
right,
to you
everybody
Sunday.
have a good night.
Good night,
All right.
everybody. Just keep stacking.
Later.